Second connection. I am live now. Live now. About to be moving around. Say moving around. But yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? Northside Vibe. Blessings. P Doctor 12. Blessings. Sebastian. Sebastian. Blessings. Ooh.
Even though we had the fan situation.
Good little sigil right there. Hey. That's Sri Yantra. What's up, y'all? As a matter of fact, I don't know. I'm going to have to end up writing this out. Daniel the Healer, blessings. RDLS 92. What's up? Is my sound good? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it good? Mr. OP Finest. There you go. The Cornwallis. What's up, y'all? Matter of fact, about to be making these moves. Headed back to Louisiana. Staying for a while, but still temporary, though, on some other shit, you know. Because traveling is definitely going to be in my now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about. Oh, the Maleficent Mistress of Evil, coming October 18th. Played by Angelina Jolie. Anyway, matter of fact, yeah, that whole vibe, all these sigils around here. Subconscious programming. Yeah, headed back to the boot for a little while. But with that being said, I want to speak on, the consultations. Spiritual consultations. I don't know that life coach, different words for different people, different strokes for different folks. And I don't like calling it, because really it's not life coaching, Spiritual consultations is basically, matter of fact, especially any of those who remember coming to my house when I was staying in BR, it's basically on a level where people who are new to the occult, esoteric vibes of spirituality, meaning occult, meaning that which is hidden, OCCULT, that which is hidden, you know what I'm saying, and esoteric, meaning the inner meaning and not the outer meaning, because we're looking for the inner meaning, like what's going on inside, not the external meaning, which is exoteric. But those of us who are awakening on our spiritual growth, realizing that, hey, you're not a human being spiritual, but you're a soul, or our extension of source, or God, or whatever you want to say, Jah, God, Allah, source, the universe, but you are an extension of the universe on the human experience and not a human being spiritual. And a lot of us are waking up to this for the first time, and what a spiritual consultation basically is helping you, you may have questions that YouTube or certain books may not, allow for you to tap into, because again, it's all about your inner guidance first and foremost, Like again, a spiritual consultation would be me helping you to, again, learn about how to go about, tapping into your own inner abilities and inner powers, But again, for people who are new to spirituality, and when we had that first strong spiritual awakening, we may have, make sure the sound right. We may have questions, that YouTube, books, and certain things. Hence why, the spiritual consultation is good, like for that one-on-one vibe. Because, for some people, they may catch it from my YouTube channel, or whatever. They may catch some insight from a video on the YouTube channel. for some, they may have like deeper personal little questions that they want to ask, you know what I'm saying? And, a spiritual consultation would allow for that, And, with the aspect of being, a student, aka what some may call a teacher, we go through so much on our growth, you know what I'm saying? In order to be able to share our experiences with others to, give insight on how they, or give insight and perspective on, what's going on their growth. Because when you get certain insights, when you realize like, oh shit, and again, that doesn't mean you're looking for a comparison to compare yourself. It's more so, again, like with my YouTube channel, like modeling myself off of somebody who came before me or had a similar perspective, or like being an entrepreneur, and then I hear stories or get a perspective of how others may have went through a houseless transition. You know what I'm saying? That helps give me insight, because say, for instance, when you don't know these things or you don't have insight about them, you're like, oh shit, man, I'm houseless, or I'm going through this situation. I just lost my house, or I just lost my job, and man, it seemed like shit going all in disarray. And then when you hear a certain insight from somebody else, that may help you gain grips on what's going on within your reality. But again, at the end of the day, a spiritual consultation is just what it is. At the end of the day, you got to go within and go deeper into your inner aspects. But a spiritual consultation, for some of us, we don't even know what the first steps is. So that'll help guide you to, what should be done with the inner work. But again, by a lot of us going through certain things, by taking those certain steps, we could help give perspective. Just like, again, if I'm trying to start a crystal business, I would want to talk to somebody who's got a crystal shop, you know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean when I talk to them that I'm going to just go with everything they're telling me in that sense. Because, again, hence why I always say take what resonate, leave what don't, you know what I'm saying? But there's certain insight that would resonate and will resonate with you that could help you upon your growth, So, again, got the spiritual consultations, and I'm gonna post the minutes and the rates, because basically it's going by got it rated with say rates, but like the price rate, donation rate, whatever you want to call it, it's by minutes. So say, for instance, for a 44-minute consultation, that'll be $66. For a 66-minute to 77-minute consultation, that would be $88 to $99. And I will have like a little entry-level one. So say, for instance, something a little less than $66 and less than 44 minutes. So I'm still coming up with that, but I'm gonna post on my feed and let y'all know. I'm gonna have it posted. But yeah, matter of fact, that's something for me right now. Pluto going direct, and we talk about all these planets and stuff. These are things that exist within us, you know what I'm saying? And it's projected outwardly, as above, so below, as within, so without. We are a walking universe, you know what I'm saying? And all these planets, all these stars, and all this exists within us, first and foremost. Again, a lot going on for us, in that realm of, reflecting deep on the transformation in the area of Capricorn or Saturn, meaning, dealing with stability, responsibility, dealing with being an entrepreneur or having your own business, also in the realm of like your reputation or your persona and how you present yourself. All these things have been reflected upon pretty strongly. And again, Pluto deals with deep transformation. And in order for deep transformation, you got to really acknowledge everything that's going on inside of you. You can't run from yourself. So we finding like a lot of things coming up. Again, subtle subconscious programming coming fully to the surface. And it all goes back to our first 7 years of our growth within this earthly plane. You know what I'm saying? Like the first 7 years of like whether the doctor spanked us on our ass or whether we had a midwife deliver us, whether our mom held us in her arms or whether she was knocked out and let a stranger be the first person to touch you or whatever. And there's no good or bad, right or wrong, and there's nothing to, blame our parents for in that sense, because again, we are souls who chose to come through in this type of experience, But, going deep into the aspects, because a lot of the situations is, again, we're manifesting things due to subconscious programming that we may not even realize that's, programming our subconscious. And then again, we pick up on certain programming along our growth, especially when we first awaken into the spiritual vibe, or not say spiritual vibe, we first awaken on a spiritual level, for lack of a better word, you know what I'm saying? Again, like realizing you're more than just a human, But when we first awaken into this, we start to go to certain books or certain videos and things of this nature, and without realizing, again, like hence why I do my best to always say take what resonate, leave what don't, because, certain aspects of certain information that may not be meant for you on your growth, you know what I'm saying, or meant for you in what you're dealing with on your soul purpose. And a lot of us may accept certain programmings that's not beneficial to our soul purpose, and we have to become aware of these things. And also what's happening right now is if we're being too prideful in certain areas, our pride is taking a hit, you know what I'm saying? And hence why they promote, again, to each his own on your sexual orientation. But that's why they use the word pride when it deals with, the whole LGBT community or whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying? It's attached to the word pride, because when you're prideful, and certain things come up and you're overly prideful, you're not going to want to say, oh, I was, I may have been inaccurate at my approach to things, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in your pride, it's like, oh, no, like, fuck that. I'm just going to stick to what it is, even though I may be finding out that I should be changing things up. I'm going to be prideful and not listen to that, you know what I'm saying? So, again, the pride is being broken down right now. We're breaking out of like that, the egoic mind. And we say the egoic mind is that lower human aspect of us that's attached to this 3D realm, that's attached to this temporary realm. You know what I'm saying? So we, again, breaking out of certain programming that comes from the external aspects within our growth. Having to let go of these false outlooks and stuff like that. I realized with my growth, I'm starting to break down a few things where I realized, like, damn, this was coming from my certain programming, that was put into my subconscious, and a certain aspect of pride or my egoic mind that wasn't trying to let this go, and again, you hurt yourself more and more when you don't acknowledge what's really going on within. But that's basically, again, this is just a little quick live. I'm not going to go too far in. Eric Dawson, blessings. Electric Gypsy, blessings. Just a little ginger, what's up, blessings. 86, Pinchy Molo, blessings. Red Bobcat, 733. Jasmine Nick, sick. 999, Chris Colvin, but yeah, that's the whole gist, Pluto coming out of retrograde. What a retrograde means, it means that this planet or this energy, because again, think about it like this, there's no external traveling to planets. That's what they want you to think. Oh, we're going to Mars. Oh, we're going to the moon. Everything is trying to get you to look external. Like, even with the Jesus setup, it's to look for something external. Oh, Jesus is going to save me. And even with planets, like, oh, Nibiru coming back, Planet X coming back. That's going to save me. So I could chill out and not do shit, It's like, nah, you have a certain accountability for your soul purpose, and there's certain things that you should be doing in order to transform and transmute certain energies within, to grow into that butterfly, to become your greatest version of yourself, and sitting around waiting on Jesus or Planet Nibiru or, or treating a YouTube person or somebody who has, who teaches or whatever, like replacing them for your inner guidance or for your actions, because you could sit down and, figure out, I just watched nothing but universal frequencies videos, and that's just gonna save me. Like, no, it's watching my videos to gain insight on certain perspectives that'll help you take certain actions, you know what I'm saying, that, again, applying what you learn, not just hearing certain things. And I had to learn that on my growth as well. It's about the application and not just, because I heard this, that's just gonna automatically fix me. Oh, because I got a piece of citrine, that's just gonna make money fall out of the sky. No, you gotta work, again, not treating the crystals like Jesus. Again, that's from the skillet to the frying pan, Everything's been coached for you to look to everything on the external level. But again, a crystal is just a helper, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just going, fix everything for me. You work with that crystal in order to, help yourself to apply, certain aspects, to apply what you know, and again, everything is about self-mastery. It's learning about yourself, because you're uniquely different from the next being within their bodysuit. Yes, everything is interconnected. Yes, we are the universe or source on the human experience, but again, it's uniquely, your experience, and you have your unique universe, to tap into and to learn about, you know what I'm saying? And it's about learning things to apply it to your unique situation, Again. But, again, remembering to be in the moment, remembering that we are the creators of our reality, not nobody else. And the moment we go to feeling like, that external condition is the reason why my realm is creating something, or a reason why something is happening in my realm is because of this external condition, then that's going to put you in a lesson loop of lostness with that energy, you know what I'm saying? You got to realize, like, at all times to be accountable for what's going on in your reality, because you are creating it, you know what I'm saying, whether you realize it or not. Hence why you, the quote-unquote name of becoming conscious, being consciously aware of what's going on, so you could, change the way you look at things, so the things you look at change. Hey, shout out to my brother Josh. I'd always bring that up. Yep, take what resonate, leave what don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not for you to try to, again, follow everything I say in that sense, it's take what resonate and leave what don't, because a lot of what I'm doing is just, again, sharing from my experience and what's going on with me and my realm in reality, you know what I'm saying? Of course, again, and I have that disclaimer on the videos, like, hey, this is a download that I caught. You don't have to believe me. And with all of this, it's not about me trying to convince you of anything, you know what I'm saying? It's not about trying to convince you to listen to anything I say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I share it, I speak on it, and of course, we on our go, we start, we may have come across that vibe of, like, when we get new information and stuff like this, a lot of us get overzealous about, trying to share it with people and trying to, like, force it upon people, like, hey, you need to learn this. Hey, don't you know this? And it's like, it's not about forcing ourselves upon anybody or trying to force anything on anybody, Again, I always did it down, man. When I was drinking 40s and popping Xanax and doing all that shit, that was what I was doing until I felt to change what I was doing. No matter how many people came up to me and say, drinking 40s is unhealthy, popping Xanax is unhealthy, that shit wasn't gonna change me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to change me. I had to make that shift, you know what I'm saying? Of course, those people could have been like little reflections of that higher aspect of myself, kind of let me know. But at the end of the day, I had to be ready and willing to accept that, you know what I'm saying? Elon Cuff, blessings. Miss Janae, blessings. Joshua James, blessings, bro. Hiya Cat, blessings. I'm Amy Letitia, 777, blessings. Ha 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 ha. Everywhere some see it, and always Pluto is firm. Is that the main? I don't really go stand again. Remember, it's the Pluto within us. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing externally. You know, things exist externally because it exists within us. You know, first and foremost. Again, like our two eyes are just projectors projecting this reality out from our inner universe. You know what I'm saying? From our inner eye. Hence why it's about our inner eye, not the, you know what I'm saying, these two eyes, because these two eyes can get us caught up in illusion. You know, it's that inner eye and that, you know, that heart chakra, you know what I'm saying? And really, you know, aligning all intuitions, your gut feeling, so that solar plexus intuition, your heart chakra intuition, and your first eye intuition, you know what I'm saying? Like you can say first eye crown, but you know, those three centers, you know, bam, bam, and then, you know, in the gut, you know, aligning those, you know, because you could also see that as a trinity in essence, you know, aligning the trinity of those intuitive aspects. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about flexing, but that's another thing, being authentic, you know, not being nice just because we feel like, oh, we gotta be nice. Like, no, you know, it's about being authentic. Because again, we create, and that's why we're removing these programs right now, because some of us may have had that approach to spirituality, thinking you got to be nice in order to go to heaven, you know, like basically taking the Christian aspect, all these other religions that kind of have this, oh, you got to be a good human moralistically in order to go to get your 12 virgins, or, you know, whatever the Muslim religion is, or in order to go to heaven, or in order to reach Dharma and talk to Hare Krishna, you know, you got to be a good human. It's not about that, you know what I'm saying? It's about you realizing that, again, you are the universe on a human experience, God, source, however you want to say it, on a human experience, you know? That's the real aspect. King, two kings, blessings. Yeah, but again, it's about being authentic in everything we do. And also it's about being childlike. It ain't about always like all that serious, like be serious, have a mean face, like, you know, of course we may go through those energies because we've been taught that, and it's coming up to allow for us to see like that ain't what's up, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, our true aspect, you know, when we talk about balance, yeah, the balance is understanding that, you know, within this realm, in order to have positivity, it takes negativity, you know what I'm saying? But it's not about dwelling in a negative state all the time, or forcing a negative state upon you when things are going, you know, in a positive manner, you know, when things are aligning for you in your highest good, for your, you know, for your sole purpose, you know. But again, it's about being childlike with a vibration of accountability. You know, some people would be like be an adult or something like that, but it's not about being no adult. You know, again, it's about being accountable, you know what I'm saying? So being childlike with a certain level of accountability, you know what I'm saying? You know, not getting caught up and lost in our thoughts, you know, and our logic, you know what I'm saying? Again, and balancing. Yes, we do use our logic and things of this nature, but it's a balance with that, you know, with the intuitive mind. Again, it's dealing with the intuition, that inner insight first and foremost, and then we could use that, you know, that logical aspect to map things out from there, you know what I'm saying? Also strengthening our connection with the dream world, our astral body, you know what I'm saying? Again, I already spoke on this, but value the knowledge of self and self-mastery. You know, when we learn about information, it should be how could I apply this in my realm, and how could this information help me to know more about myself? You know what I'm saying? You're not here to learn about somebody else in the sense of, learning about somebody else's universe. Hence why, Hollywood and all these things is made for you to be worried about, hey, so-and-so went to take a piss on the corner the other night, or this celebrity just this celebrity, or this one doing that, like to have you in gossip, and gossip don't serve your highest good, you know what I'm saying? To have you chasing somebody else's reality while you just sitting around not doing shit for yours, so have that awareness. Again, Hollywood, wood from holly trees, magic, on your subconscious, magic on your subconscious. Again, recognizing balance, but not purposely focusing on negativity, And very importantly, being in the moment, because again, fear, false evidence appearing real, in most cases come when you in your thought realm, you know what I'm saying? You create some shit that don't even exist in the moment, Like, what if when I go here, this happen? What if I get T-boned at this intersection? What if, what's happening in your moment? Are you being in this moment? No, you know what I'm saying? And why are you focused on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you in that false evidence? You know what I'm saying? Again, that false evidence of things. It's about right now. What's happening in your now? Oh man, my light bill is due in the next 2 days. All right, cool. What's going on right now? Is it due right now? And as I say that doesn't mean, fuck my light bill or whatever, you have to do. I'm just using that because, that's most of the human shit that we may, again, get fearful about. And when we're fearful, we're in a lower vibration, you know what I'm saying? When we're in that state, it's less synchronicity or less manifestation. I say manifestation and synchronicity because that's our life. Like, that's normal to always have things synchronized, you know what I'm saying? But that whole aspect, again, being in the moment and not being fearful. So ask yourself, what actions could I take right now? What's the best actions I could take right now in order to make sure that light bill is taken care of, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the path of least resistance in my moment? But all I could do is the most I could do in my moment, because all you're doing is fear-mongering yourself and scaring yourself for nothing by worrying about some shit that ain't really there. Because here it is, and you done had those situations where you was probably worried about paying something, but then for whatever reason you got, something ended up happening where it took your focus off of, off of worrying about that baby or whatever, and then manifest or something you lined up with some abundance that allowed for you to end up paying that situation out, you know what I'm saying? And you really didn't have to worry about it. So again, you was all when you didn't even have to be in that realm, you know what I'm saying? But best is everybody in the room trying to look at what's being said and you and then not really sure that. I would have to get deep on that in another moment, because matter of fact, I'm about to go. I just wanted to again share those aspects. Again, it's just a little breeze through. Trying to find my little sheet. But again, got the spiritual consultations started. As long as I find a sheet. Yep. So again, 44 minutes. Again, we'll be over the phone. 44 minutes for $6, and then 66 minutes to 77 minutes for $88 to $99. You know what I'm saying? And again, I will find some little medium range ones. So maybe like a consultation that's around like 44, because I'm just using synchronized numbers, but around $44. It'll probably be, matter of fact, that may be the 33-minute consultation. But again, a consultation, a real for me to tap into my intuition and really, share some insightful information. It would take more than 33 minutes. But again, for somebody who might just want to test it out to see where I'm at with it, that's another thing too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You might feel like, well, shit, let me see where you at with it. And I might not want to, invest 66. Again, as I say, payments, that's an investment. With any of our spiritual growth, we invest. And when you get a book, that's investing energy towards your growth. When you get a certain crystal that may be, worth $100, or a certain book that's worth $100, or a certain consultation that's worth $100, you're investing in your spirituality. You know what I'm saying? You're investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it comes back to you, tenfold. But again, 44 minutes of consultation and spiritual consultation. When we new to our spiritual growth, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that YouTube videos and certain books and things may not be able to, give as much insight as much as you will get from, having a personal one-on-one with somebody who's been through these things. And, again, I don't call myself psychic in that sense of it, because everybody has these abilities. But I am, clear, cognizant, and intuitive. And once a person goes to like asking questions and talking about certain things, I'll get certain insights to, talk about and run it on, that may be uniquely catered for your experience. Hence why everybody always saying like, man, your videos are always synchronized with what I was going through. Man, I was doing this the other day and your video was lined up right with it and things of this nature, Well, picture if you sat one-on-one with me, you know what I'm saying, and had those consultations on that level, But, yeah. I'm out, though. Drew Wavy, blessings. Out of the Blue, BMX, blessings. Cookie on Tsunami, blessings. Tyler 96, blessings. But, yeah. I'll holler at y'all later. I'll probably be doing another live later on today, but definitely pretty soon get into some other energies, kind of talk about this Aries full moon energy as well. Vibrate high, what's up? You see, that always happens to me too. Every time I want to walk away, I almost feel like a vibe to speak more on certain things. But yeah, that's it. Peace, y'all.